Plants were the first multicellular organisms to inhabit land. Since then, they have developed into a diverse group that help provide us with food, oxygen, and shelter. Hi, and welcome back. In today's biology segment, I will talk about adapting to life on land.
Adapting to life on land. What is a plant? A plant is a multicellular eukaryote. Most plants can produce their own food in the form of glucose through the process of photosynthesis. In addition, plant cells have thick cell walls made of cellulose. The stems and leaves of most plants have a waxy, waterproof coating called a cuticle. The first evidence of plants in the fossil record were simple in structure and did not have leaves. They were probably instrumental in turning bare rock into rich soil. The earliest known plant fossils are those of xylophytes, such as those shown in Figure 1. Adaptations in plants. Life on land has advantages as well as challenges. All organisms need water to survive. Land plants evolve structural and physiological adaptations that help protect the gametes from drying out. In some plants, the sperm are released near the egg, so they only have to travel a short distance. Other plants have protective structures to ensure the survival of the gametes. Land plants must also withstand the forces of wind and weather and be able to grow against the force of gravity. Preventing water loss. If you run your fingers over the surface of an apple, a maple leaf, or the stem of a houseplant, you'll probably find that it is smooth and slightly slippery. Most fruits, leaves, and stems are covered with a protective waxy layer called the cuticle. Waxes and oils are lipids, which are biomolecules that do not dissolve in water. The waxy cuticles creates a barrier that helps prevent the water in the plant's tissues from evaporating into the atmosphere. Carrying out photosynthesis. The leaf is a plant organ that grows from the stem and usually is where photosynthesis occurs. Leaves differ greatly in size and shape, and they can vary on the same plant. Each plant division has unique leaves or leaf-like structures. Putting down roots. Most plants depend on the soil as their primary source for water and other nutrients. Plants can take in water and nutrients from the soil with their roots. In most plants, a root is a plant organ that absorbs water and minerals usually from the soil. Roots contain tissues that transport those nutrients to the stem. Roots anchor a plant usually in the ground. Some roots, such as those of radishes or sweet potatoes, accumulate starch and function as organs of storage. Transporting materials. Water moves from the roots of a tree to its leaves, and the sugars produced in the leaves move to the roots through the stem. A stem is a plant organ that provides support for growth. It contains tissues for transporting food, water, and other materials from one part of the plant to another. Stems also can serve as organs for food storage. In green stems, some cells contain chlorophyll and carry out photosynthesis. The stems of most plants contain vascular tissues. Vascular tissues are made up of tube-like elongate cells through which water, food, and other materials are transported. Plants that possess vascular tissues are known as vascular plants. Most of the plants you are familiar with, including pine and maple trees, ferns, and sunflowers, are vascular plants. Mosses and several other small, less familiar plants, called hornworts and liverworts, are usually classified as non-vascular plants. Non-vascular plants do not have vascular tissue. The bodies of non-vascular plants are usually no more than a few cells thick, and water and nutrients travel from one cell to another by the processes of osmosis and diffusion. Vascular plants can live farther away from water than non-vascular plants. Also, because vascular tissues include thickened cells called fibers that help support growth, vascular plants can grow much larger than non-vascular plants. Reproductive strategies. A seed is a plant organ that contains an embryo, along with a food supply, and is covered by a protective coat, as shown in the picture. A seed protects the embryo from drying out and also can aid in its dispersal. Recall that a spore consists only of an haploid cell with a hard outer wall. Land plants reproduce by either spores or seeds. In non-seed plants, which include mosses and fern, the sperm requires a film of water on the gametophyte plant to reach the egg. In seed plants, which include all conifers and flowering plants, sperm reach the egg without using a film of water. This difference is one reason why non-seed plants require wetter habitats than most seed plants.
I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, bye!